Okay, hello. We're in the country today looking at possible summer vacation cottage properties within our budget. And it looks like we have a leading candidate right here. So who knows? You might be looking at the future Team Hibagon forward field headquarters. But mainly we're here to help out Grandma with seeding or sporing the mushrooms and laying down the logs in the mushroom grove. So first we'll do a little bit of that, and then I'll come back and give you the Hibagon Field Diary. Cousin Daisuke came too, and his beautiful family, and all those little fingers made for quicker work, but I still think Grandma has the best technique. Now, Grandma lives somewhere in Jinseki Sanwa, in one of these little hollows, separated by impassable mountains and gorges, impassable to humans. One stretch of road up here is especially interesting to me, and it is on your screen now. This is a 1 kilometer section of road, and it's on that mountainside to the north that I found my best stick structure. Reminder, Jinseki is halfway between Mount Hiba and Fukuyama, and there have been Hibagon sightings, Hibagon, the Japanese Bigfoot, all through here. We didn't find anything this good today, but I'll show you what we did find. X marks the spot. Well, okay. X marks the spot again. Except this timber appears to be peeled. Hello. And the broken end is sticking up in the air. Broken end up in... How does that... never mind. X marks the spot again with a double X and another what appears to be peeled or stripped or debarked tree with broken end up in the air. Broken end up in the air. This looks to be another tree bent down in some kind of compression. I don't know. And a timber jammed up in a tree. Again, it appears to be peeled and has those jagged, broken ends at both ends. So how... any one of these taken alone, well, okay. But all together, on this same hillside where I found this little beauty here, okay, these have my attention. Now, we have an old quarry back here, that's all. There's a natural pond and some rice paddies. and a creek comes bouncing down here and there. It bifurcates up there. So lots of water, lots of private space to hang out in, lots of protein in wild pigs, and historical sightings. Now, after we finished with mushroom duty and started home, we decided to stop by an old castle, just to see it, just to see if it's worth checking out another time, see if it's worth bringing up the old metal detector. So let me zoom out just a bit here. This is a 700-year-old castle ruin. The castle used to sit up there. You can see the nice flat top. And see where it is in relation to our road and all the weird stuff. It's the same immediate area. Now we go up there, not too far, just as far as the car will go, and we get out to have a look around. It's beautiful up there. Now I say to the family, you all stay together by the car. I'm just going to jog up a little higher and scout around. So I go up maybe about 100 meters. And I do find the road up to the castle. It's very overgrown. But not just that. I count 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees lying across the road, not counting little saplings, which I also found pushed or fallen over across the road, but 5 big trees lying across the road that I can see without even starting up that road. And that, I don't know. That seems like a lot of trees lying across the road to me. Of course, trees do fall over in the woods. That happens. But 5 of them, all lying down the same way across the road. I don't know how often trees just fall down like that. I felt a sort of keep out vibe. So I decided to go back down to the car. Well, I go down there and, Daddy, it stinks. Ooh, Daddy, what's that smell? And there was a smell in the air around the car, and I'll tell you what it was. Poop. Feces. And it came out of nowhere around the car while I was scouting up the hill. Now, my wife said, maybe it's someone's leaking septic tank or something. I said, yeah, but the houses are all down there. We drove in past them and didn't smell anything. Septic tanks or septic fields would run downhill from those houses, not up here. I asked my family, did anyone smell that as we were driving in? We had the windows open. It was a beautiful spring day. No one smelled anything. I asked them again, when we got out of the car, did anyone smell anything? And no one did. In fact, I remember thinking, what bright, clean, beautiful air this is compared to the city. And the only smell was from the trees and the soil. The smell came on after we got there. That's point 1. And it had no obvious or logical source. Point 2. So I'm not making any conclusion here. I'm just reporting what everyone in my family experienced. With those trees across the road going up to the castle, in an area with an obviously manufactured stick structure and other things that, well, you could write off as naturally occurring. I don't know how you'd explain how they occurred naturally. In an area with historical Hibagon sightings. I did not feel any real fear or dread or panic as I did last year. No urgency as I did at the Mount Hiba solar calendar last year. Yes, I felt a tingle of caution and eeriness, and I felt it would not be good to push my luck, but not really fear. I am crossing this castle off my list of metal detecting prospects, and I will not be going there alone. But I am thinking, if I could get a friend to go with me, yeah, I might cross over those logs, and I might do that. But I'm also thinking about it for trail camera prospects. And that's our Hibagon and Mushroom Sporing Diary for Sunday, March 27th. I'd really like to know what you think. Is all of this just random, normal Japanese countryside phenomena? Or is it a pattern of something abnormal? Mailbag, a shopping bag full of documents referring to Mount Zhao, was passed on to me on Saturday from our secret friend inside the city. It's about 200 pages, and I'm at a bit of a loss. I don't know what I'm supposed to find in all of this, if anything. Maybe our friend just grabbed everything with any Mount Zhao reference, thinking that something in it might be helpful. Some of it might be interesting, but not really interesting to me. But it's going to take me every bit of 2 weeks to go through it. I'm conscripting the wife clerk and the elder girl clerk to help me read because it's way too much for me. Anyway, not complaining. I'm sure there's something in there, and this is, again, what I wanted. I wanted people to contact me, send me stuff, and just imagine if this is one day somebody inside some government sending us a data dump on the Hibagon. Privileged files on the Hibagon. That would be too wonderful. So this is a good precedent. I'm not complaining. Also in the mailbag, we received some kind notice from Thinker Thunker. Thinker Thunker. I acknowledge and thank Thinker Thunker in my book. He is, in my opinion, the most original and thoughtful Sasquatch analyst, period. So, thank you. Thank you, Thinker Thunker, for dropping by. And I would love to hear your analysis of these Hibagon cadaver photos. Okay, coming up, tiger mouth assault simulation video. Mushroom log delivery video. And so much more. And we're climbing Mount Zhao again this weekend with 2 eyes out for that lost castle, that lost 1,300-year-old castle, which I think is there. I think we're going to find it. So stay tuned. Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye.